Intro tweaking, of course. This is how we do it. Down, down, down. This is how we do it. Fucking up.
La 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 la.
Hey, we had some technical difficulties. Oh my god. We trying to figure shit out, bro. God damn.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on?
yeah. Samurai
Saturday.
Afro Fro. Frat Saturday morning flow. What up, bro?
Bro. 11:18
So,
a.m. 11:19. We
yeah.
here. Told you we'd be here. A little late, but
I'm
it's
on
all
live
good.
today, bro.
You said what?
We live on a Saturday. This is our first time going live on a Saturday, ain't it?
No, we did it one time before with Jamal. I think he was the only one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We was
How you
here.
feeling, man?
I feel good, bro. I'm pumping myself full of this caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Got my
Oh
coffee going.
Lord.
We
I know
cleaning
you
up.
heard about the people. I know you heard about the Panera boy, the young girl of Panera, drinking one of the Panera drinks. Them Lotus lemonade jammies.
Oh yeah, no. I ain't fucking with that shit. Just a
You ain't
regular
going that
black
hard.
coffee, no sugar, no cream. You know what I'm
All
saying? Um, I've been cleaning the house. You know, I'm in this stage where I'm just like trying to tidy up shit. I don't know, like washing
right.
blankets, tidying up, cleaning out the garage. I'm just in this high vibration. I gotta fix shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm
Yeah.
preparing. I'm getting ready for something huge to happen.
Ending your
Net,
year off strong.
yeah, nesting energetically, right? So we can acquire some things and
That
attract
boy
some
said
things.
nesting energetically. All right, now what you want? What you
Yeah,
been reading?
nothing. I don't know. That just came to me. That just came to me.
Yeah,
What you got? What you
yeah.
got going
I
on? What's
feel
up?
it's homework season for me, man. It's my last week of the for the match. You know what I mean? Talk about it since
Mm-hmm.
all the time. You know what I mean? Had a couple what is it? Some obstacles this season. Still home run season though. We still swinging, still having a good time, still making money, still providing a great experience. Right? I be telling people I got Chick-fil-A customer service anyway, so it's always a good time. People always remember when they see us from most times they never seen us before anyway. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I'd be like, what's that?
Oh, that's me.
And
I say we live in the chat. That's me. That's me.
yeah, so just providing experience almost over with. Goddamn on, just grateful to be out there. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a money maker that I didn't see before. Like I say all the time.
Or
You know what I mean? So after that, it's house season. House season after
house.
that. I'm
Yes.
already, yeah.
It's about time, bro. You looking at first quarter 2024 or sooner than that or
We'll do first quarter. We'll do spring. No later than spring. No later than spring. I'll be in the house. You know what I mean? So
okay? So third quarter, right? Something like that. That's
what?
what's
That's
up. That's what's up. So we in
yeah.
here. We supposed to start 11 a.m. sharp. We had technical difficulties. It is what it is. We
Still
still
gonna ride
figuring
though.
this shit out.
Uh-huh.
What we got going on today? So we don't have a guest this week for our show. We figured we'd take a break on guests. We've had consecutive guests, at least 65 for the past year and a half. We figured we
Hey.
give you some of us today. Um, this is officially episode 66, and the topic is how to get into tech. We're gonna talk about some pointers. We're gonna talk about our personal
Mhm.
experience, how we got into tech. Maybe someone out there wants to get into tech, don't know where to start, struggling a little bit, or anxious, or whatever the case have you. Hopefully, watch this. If you like it, share, subscribe, comment, all the things. We're going to get into it and let you know what's going on. Um, so, what's first? You want to jump right in? We jumping right in?
Yeah, we can jump right in. I'll just make sure. I was just checking on the sound. You know what I mean? On
Cool.
the Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
Let us know if
but
we tweaking, it sounds crazy, video's crazy. Please just let us know. You know what I'm
nah,
saying? Don't.
and if you out there watching, like the video, wherever you liking it at. If you're on the book, you know what I mean. If you're on what is it, YouTube, Rumble, you know what I mean. Like,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe. Make sure you do that. Let us know you're watching. Like I said, we're switching it up a little bit, and we can give y'all some figuring shit out, some
Facts.
tools to figure some shit out, some practicalities. You know what I mean? Some things you can actually apply. You know what I mean? And only because we've actually done these things, right? We've
True.
done them. We had to go not literally the hard way, but it was just like a different way at the time. Was it? When you said a different way
I,
at the time?
I think so. I mean, from my personal experience, I got in 08, so it's like 15 years ago.
Mm,
So there might be some differences, but I can still, I can still talk about what I did. Um,
Right.
it might still apply. To be honest, I'm not sure. I feel like it should still
Right. And
apply.
so yeah, so we're gonna talk about how we got into tech, kind of how we got into tech, why we got into tech, you know what I mean, and just kind of what tech is, you know what I mean, how it's changed our lives, you know what I mean, and retrospectively, right, like thinking about what I know now. If I had any inclination of what I knew now back then, it'd be a whole different ballgame still. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm
that's
sure you
facts.
feel that way, Frank. If anybody would have gave me just like 10 seconds into what I'd be doing in the future, boy.
No, that's true. I think that's anybody though. Anybody in any industry, in any job, like you learn and grow over time, and then you get to a point where, like with the knowledge that you have at that moment, you look back and like, yo, if I knew this back then, I think that's everybody though. Hopefully
Or
everybody.
just even
Hopefully everybody's
started a little
growing.
sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would have definitely started a little sooner. Like, but I wasn't around anybody who could point me in a direction. My mom did the best she could do, which was buying the laptop, and she had to put that whole on layaway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and then
Thanks.
it was dial-up days. You know what I mean? So like, that's what we talk
Oh
about
my
today.
God. Damn, man, we ancient, bro. You talking about dollar.
Ah,
56K modems. That's back in the day. But let's get started. Okay, so like point one is
intro. What we doing first? The topic is how to get into tech, right? Like how to get into tech, why to get into tech,
mhm.
and what you should be expecting when you're trying to break into tech. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is why tech, right? And
Right.
the short answer is it's not fucking going nowhere. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Technology, STEM. What's STEM again? Science, technology. What's the E?
Engineer.
Engineering and mathematics.
Right. Right.
Those
Right.
jobs are not going anywhere. They are the future, right? They are the present as
Hmm.
well as the future. Um,
Right.
when it comes to certain industries, we could talk all day about certain industries that are just dissipating and disappearing and actually being removed or being replaced by tech, right? So when you talk
Right.
about tech and you talk about the why tech, the short answer again is it's not going anywhere. In fact, it's a growing industry. It's only getting bigger. It's only getting better. It's
Right.
absorbing a lot of other industries that are, for all intents and purposes, being outdated and being deprecated. I'm using big words now.
Right.
Um,
Nah. 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 That's crazy.
so it's not going anywhere, right?
Tech.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and if you think about, like, let's say you think about 100 years ago or more,
Right.
the inventors of the time, right? Like technology wasn't really, it was mechanical, right? You had
Mm.
car inventions, you had traffic light, you had a lot of mechanical gadgets where it wasn't computerized, it was just electric motors, maybe combustion
Right.
engines. It was all
Barely
mechanical,
that.
right?
Right.
Gears,
Uh-huh.
the plane, you know what I'm saying?
Levers and pulleys.
Yeah, levers, pulleys. It was all mechanical. It was still technology, but it was very physical based. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And to become an inventor at the time, you had to work with the technology at the time, and all the rave was inventing gadgets, inventing mechanical machines.
Uh-huh.
And here we are. If you look at today's world, right? We don't have in people inventing mechanical gadgets as much. It's not like a thing, right? Our current industry is based on ones and zeros, binary, digital technology, coding, right? So that's like the new thing, right? So like if you look at 100 years ago, where we have inventors uh, inventing mechanical things, now the new shit is apps, software,
Right.
cryptocurrency, AI is all code. So that's like the new. I won't say the new wave. It's the current wave, but it's going on into the future and it's not going anywhere.
Let
Um,
me let me join you with the conspiracy. I'm gonna add some conspiracy in there, right?
Go ahead,
So
let's
when you
do it.
talk about when they did the mechanical age, was it when they would machinery age, when they were doing the
Industrial.
factories and the industrial age, right?
Mm-hmm.
That age to us was a innovative time growing up, right? To us, but they never told us about, or it was a quote unquote mystery of how they had other technologies, right? So the sound vibrations, right? How the laser technologies, right? How they moved the
Mm-hmm.
pyramids, right? How they had precision in their lasers and vibration, right? And then just all those
Hitting.
type of. It
Mm-hmm.
was just, and so it wasn't like the industrial age was the holy grail of technology, right? To us, it was because
Public
man, they
knowledge, right?
did trains. Wow, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing right a whole time before they didn't need a train, right? They had other means of doing things, right? And they probably
Facts.
had levitation devices or whatever, right? We've seen some of those. And
No, that's facts. They always had like
but Brent,
yeah, they had stuff that they put into the public and told us about, and then there was obviously those things that they didn't want nobody to know.
right now to bring it to today, right? You talking about how they're going kind of less gadgety, kind
Mm-hmm.
of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you're looking at it right, it's going back to the gadgets again. You know what I mean? Facebook just came out with the Ray-Ban glasses, right? And
True.
that initially is only to see, right? Initially is only to see, right? Let's talk about the tap to page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gadgety, right? Let's go to my boy Idris Sandu. I don't know what I'm talking about, but he popping out there. He got the wearable clothing, right?
Oh,
He got the
word.
NFC chip in the clothing, right? So, but these got their initial components, right? But they're gonna evolve just like you're saying, like and IoT, right? IoT gonna be
Yep.
a major thing, right, for factories and jobs and stuff. Like they're gonna be taking these glasses and looking at the jacket and seeing something different. Like you're gonna have software in the
Augmented
glasses,
reality. Yeah.
right? Just because you're looking at old buddy in the jacket, his jacket gonna be doing something that is not necessarily doing in the physical world, right? But in the virtual world, or augmented reality world, it'll just be doing a whole nother that nobody from in the real ether can see.
Right.
Yeah, you know
No,
so
and that's important too,
gadgets are back.
and that goes back to like when you talk about IoT and gadgets, that's still coding and software. That's like
Uh,
the new inventors, right? Apps. If you have a dope app idea, it's just coding, right? You could become rich
mm-hmm,
by thinking of a very unique app that nobody else out there has, and it hits
mm-hmm,
the market and it blows up. Like so, like apps are the new inventions. Websites, software are the new inventions, right? So it's like we're not inventing mechanical things. We're using gadgets, iPads, ledger wallets. We still have gadgets, but they're all still heavily focused on code and software. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
married together. Yeah, married together.
Yeah. So the next thing, like again, if you're trying to get into tech, right? I think this is probably the most important, right? Point two
So
is be interested, right?
hold
Or
on. That's not lead point one yet. That's not lead point one yet. Did you say it ain't going nowhere?
yeah, that was point one.
That
Tech
was,
ain't going nowhere.
they're going nowhere. So
Yeah,
where's it going? Let's talk about where it's going, kind of. Where you think it's going?
nowhere.
Like
it's it's blowing up. We talked about all the ways. It's becoming more prevalent industry, and people either get left behind or they don't get on board. You know what I'm saying?
so what if they don't get on board? Like, what do you think? Like, so because like again, they found other means for the horse, right? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
find other means for the mailman.
Uh huh.
They're gonna find other means for the delivery driver. Like, so what are they gonna do with them people? Are they gonna become coders too?
I don't. That's what we talk about. I don't know. That's up to them.
All right.
I mean, these are the questions. I guess you could look at history and find industries that were replaced and where those people go. They had to evolve, or I don't know. Maybe
Man,
I don't know.
nah, it
That's
sounds like you're gonna be swallowed by a black hole.
no, that's facts. That's facts. And so, and it kind of leads into the next point, right? Which was like,
Right.
get interested, become interested, right? Learn about these things. Because so for instance, if you try to get into tech for the money, and that's fine. A lot of people out there work jobs that they hate, that they can't stand for the money, but they're not happy. They hate their life. They get stuck in a job. We've all been there. We know the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
To offset this, get interested. There's so many avenues of technology. You have science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Find something in there, research, find something that you may be interested or are interested and learn about it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you jump in for the money, and this is with any industry actually, if you jump in just for the money, right?
Right.
Unless, I don't know, I feel like that could work with some people. Like if your interest is money, you'll be fine.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but most people, they have this interest of just doing this for a job. Then they get in it and they're not happy, and then the money don't mean anything to them because they're not happy and they don't care about the job or whatever. But the point is, get interested in tech. Find something in tech that interests you, that you actually care about. Therefore, if you get a job in there, or when you get a job in there, you're not so much. You don't get
Mm-hmm.
bored. You don't hate your life, and you actually love to work, for the most part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
on the other side of that, if you got a job and you like your job, techerize it. find a way to techerize it, right? Because
That's
you're
true.
already into dropping off mail. You're already into dropping off packages with FedEx in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those companies, who else? Lawn care services, right?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking decks, right? All those industries that are just, I'm gonna say healthcare for sure, for sure.
Mm.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like if you're just a RN or CNA or LPN or somebody in the kitchen, right? There's ample of opportunity for you, especially if you're already into it. You have a special insight that a regular investor or somebody who just wants to make some money doesn't know or have, right? So you
That's
can
true.
go and say, hey, man, I think if they did this here, right, or implemented these things here, like he was saying, get interested in something or find something to you know what I mean, to add value to it, right?
That's dope.
It will help you 1,000 times because you won't necessarily have to leave your company. You won't necessarily have to stop doing what you're doing, but you'll be able to get in the tech, add some value, right? And then I'm thousand 9 times out of 10, you go to the manager or whoever is your boss, say, hey dog, I got this solution right here. I'm sure it's gonna work. This is how it's gonna work. This is how it's gonna benefit everybody. Maybe y'all should look into it. And
Facts.
then they say how you go implement it, right? Or you try it. And then hey, you
Right.
might be in there, right? So that's just my thought on the other side of that,
Nah,
right?
that'd be dope. That'd be dope. If your company and your management is open to that, a lot of times they're not. But hopefully, I
It's
mean, and
scarred
then
from the corporate life.
right, and then all right, and then this is just an idea, right? If that's you, right? If you know your management ain't having it, they don't want ideas from the
uh-huh.
lower echelon.
Uh-huh.
Start a business, start your own business, develop that technology for that industry.
And then
Do
sell it to them. Go over
right.
their head and sell it to them.
That's always an option. A lot of people talk about,
Mm-hmm.
oh, nobody will listen to me. I'm just this low level person, tier one in this company. I have all these ideas. That's fine. Either switch
Get
companies
heard.
where they'll listen to you or do the shit
Mm-hmm.
yourself. There's always a fucking
Get
option. I
heard.
promise you. Yes,
Get heard.
definitely. And then there's
Yeah.
personality types when it comes to getting interested in tech, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're I guess an alpha, I guess we would call it, or a management, or you're a leader and your industry
Mm-hmm.
is management, find technology that supports project management or something in that field. If you're just like
Mm-hmm.
a help desk, or
Scrum masters.
right, or if you want to just be a supporter of something, or like help desk or whatever, find something
Mm-hmm.
in that field. So like find something that matches with your personality type. Is basically what I'm saying. If you're a techie and you're really into coding and tech stuff, and you dig deep in the weeds, maybe ethical hacking, maybe
Mm-hmm.
programming. Programming is dope for people that like to dive in the weeds and don't care about standing and looking at management side of things. You just want to have your head down and code all day. Boom, that's perfect. That's perfect for you. Especially
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? Introverts.
Yeah,
Introverts.
introverts. Yeah.
You don't like talking
Uh-huh.
to people. You just want to type all day. Boom, that's perfect
You
for
ain't
you.
got to talk to nobody. You can send everybody a message, dog.
Right, just code all fucking day. So try to find something that kind of tailors to your personality, right? And there's so many industries, so many avenues of tech out there. Just do that. I think we kind of touched a little bit on point three too, which was learn as much about each industry. So let's talk about the type of industries. So I'm in cyber, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to cybersecurity, right, um, that's pretty much a lot of extensive knowledge on protecting assets, protecting networks, protecting
Right.
hardware. It's
Right.
like think of physical security guards for a physical building. Only
Mm-hmm.
it's not physical. It's a computer network. It's a system. It's an application, and we are the security for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Right.
how. I mean, cybersecurity always interested me. And what about yours? What is your
So I'm database administration, right? So
that's dope.
therefore, it's kind of security, but it's more about who has access and integrity to data. You know what I mean? So people come to me for I need permissions to this. I need access to this drive. Can you help me? I need my accounts to go here, right?
Right.
But also, it's keeping some of the integrity of the data, right? Performance tuning on queries, uh, doing functions, all kinds of
It was MySQL, Oracle.
administrative roles. I'm SQL, but I do have Oracle. I do a little bit of Linux, right? I do a little bit of PowerShell, so I'm in there a little bit. I know about 5 different languages fluently, kind of.
That's dope.
That's kind of weird to say fluently, but because I can't speak any of them. You
You
know
can
what I mean?
type
But
them
it's
though.
like
Yeah,
I can type them pretty well. You know what I
that's
mean? But it's
fluent.
like, but the administration part is just like the gatekeeper between goddamn going people who belong inside the information and giving information to people who don't necessarily need to be in there, but want to see what's in the database. You know what I mean? Out of like reports for like the IT director, right, or the shareholders. You know what I mean? Like people who just want to know what the fuck is going on, and then there's the other side of people who are inside who are doing the work and who need access to APIs to other stuff or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
And
definitely
so
security. That's access,
yeah.
right? That's
Uh-huh.
yeah. That's definitely
So
security.
I would come to somebody like Frank to be like, hey, bro, I'm about to stand up a server. I need this much space. I need access to this network, and I need to be safe. I need to
Right.
be encrypted. You know what I
And
mean?
then I would poke the holes through the firewall, pave the way for him in the network, make sure his server or in his accounts can get through,
Mm-hmm.
get what they can get, whatever resources, get it out, and nobody outside of the access list, right? So there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of different ways. So which brings
And
us,
that's just two people. That's
yeah,
just two people. That's just two parts of the fucking
it's huge.
cog. You know what I mean?
It is huge. I mean, I wish we should have had a list of all the, when it comes to computers anyway, there's like network administration, database administration.
Yeah. Talk to list of people you talk to. You like interact with them daily. And I go through one too.
So we talk. So I'm part of a management organization where
Okay.
we're over echelon, and we oversee. I'm not gonna drop names of agencies or
Right.
whatever, but we oversee the security of a lot of different organizations where I work, and so we're management, right? So we deal with
Mm-hmm.
information security managers, we deal with project managers, we deal with information analysts, and basically we just make sure they do what they're supposed to do. Like so, the grunge workers and they do the work. They actually do the coding and do the securing, and then we're like policy management. So like we sit over top of them
Mm-hmm.
on our high horse, and look down on
Mm-hmm.
them, and just make sure they do what the policy is, right? So
Right.
we're not liked, and that's fine, because we're usually the ones pointing our finger like you didn't do this right, or you need to do this, you need to do this, and then they push back and say, well, we can't because XYZ reasons, and we say we don't
We
care,
don't care.
it's in the policy, right? So there's like a check
We don't
balance system.
care.
We don't, and then there may be times where the reason is justified to be like, okay, that's a real reason, and then we go through a
Right.
process to accept risk, for that particular thing. But most of the time, it's just crybabies, not necessarily want to do the work or whatever the case have you. So that's what I do, and I'm in the management team of that, right? And it's not necessarily techie, right? Because we focus on policy. You have to have a lot of technical knowledge to know what's what and what is supposed to be where. So when
Right.
they ask you
She ain't
questions,
going there doing no tech work.
yeah, no, I haven't been tech in a few years. Um, Maybe since I was at the Pentagon and a little bit
Tech
before that.
King.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just a paper pusher
Tech
now,
works.
but it's still. So I guess you could say I'm in the project management area. I'm not a project manager, but I'm in the project management uh,
Right. And
area.
so I would be more operations, right?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I talk to a lot of product owners, right? So they'll probably buy software and need their data housed somewhere, right? Or they're providing a service to somebody, right? And they need their data housed somewhere, right?
Hmm.
And their coders or whoever is updating their scripts, so how be it, right? I may talk to them because I need access here, or I need permissions here, or I need more space here, or I want to replicate here, right? I need some redundancy here, you know. And then I also talk to other software owners so this particular application may use three different softwares, right? And so
Hmm.
me and the Oracle guy talking about how we can get them access to whatever, or you know what I mean. So who else? And sometimes you talk to the directors, like you say in project management. So I might be in a meeting with the security guy or the project manager, right, and the director and the customer. We're all talking about what we could do for the data and or upgrading something, or downtowns or whatever.
That's
You know what I
dope.
mean? So
Yeah,
yeah.
there's so many areas, and so the next step is like point four is like when you research the different fields and industries, and you kind of iron in on one is find out what somebody in that field has to know, I guess, as far as education wise. Maybe there's a
Right.
degree, maybe there's certifications. You know, put yourself in that person's shoes and be like, okay, if I want to be this, what does a person like this need in order to get an entry level job? And it is not necessarily, college is important, but it's not required, right? We got to put that out there.
Right.
Certifications are important, but they're not required. They are, I could say honestly, as far as degrees and certifications, they're required if you're trying to get an entry level job in a corporation, in government, because a lot of times they won't even look at you without those, and
Right.
that's just the honest truth
It's part
about
of the
that.
game, dog.
Yeah, that's the
You go
game.
get
But
go get you something fast. You can go get you something fast on what was it Phoenix and University or
yep,
ECPI. You know what I mean? Go somewhere for a couple of years, put your head down, get to it. It might
facts.
cost you a little bit, but at the speed at which things are going, you're liable to real shit. If you want to do something, you're liable to go 2.5, 3 year school. You know what I mean? Get your degree, get your cert, and get you enough money to literally top how much you pay for the schooling.
That's facts.
Right? Mm-hmm.
That's facts. Now nowadays, you know what I'm saying? I see people getting a degree, getting a cert, jumping in some at 80, 85,000, 90,000 out the gate. I've seen it
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. 15 years ago, not so much. Like we're gonna get into our personal stuff, but like nowadays, like for whatever reason, an entry level can start you above 50, above 60, above 70. I've seen it happen. It is definitely achievable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you're kind of you're one of those people that like you don't want to do college, you don't want to do certification, it's not impossible, right? You still have to know your shit. You still got to learn something. Maybe you could take YouTube courses or Coursera.
Right.
There's plenty of
Right.
resources out there. And if you're
Cyber.
yeah, cyber. If you just really like, I don't fuck with college. I don't want to. I don't want to go to college and get a degree and get in debt. I don't want to get certifications. If you're that type of person, it's not impossible. What I would suggest is you still got to know your shit, and probably start a business, start your own thing, create your own app, create something and break in that way. It's not impossible. But if you're really adverse to college, that would probably be your best bet. Like you can't not break into tech with no knowledge of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I
Well,
felt like
right. So I wouldn't say school, but I would say maybe find somebody who like I said, if you knew somebody who had a tech company, right?
mm-hmm.
Or if you had access to somebody who may know somebody, like, hey, look, man, I know this person. They got this tech company looking for somebody. Let me talk to them, right? If you got a nice mouthpiece and you got some work ethic behind you, hey, man, let me show you what I can do. Give me
Yeah,
a shot, right? That can, and then and you can do it that way. Like you don't have a degree, but I got this experience here, and if you do well there, 3 4 years of that looks great because
that's true.
I did this without the degree, right? So you got to
I
give me
know
a shot.
somebody. Yeah, I knew somebody that was a programmer at an old company he used to work at. No degree, no certs, but he knew his shit. And I think he got in that way. I think he knew somebody that knew somebody, and that's that works. You know what I'm saying? Those opportunities are out there. They're probably a little less abundant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it is possible. Um, but then to each his own, right? You can't shit on college, and you can't shit on not going to college. It depends on the personality. Like if you know you're not a school person, if you
Uh,
still know your shit, you still got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So there is that. What else? And as far as I think we touched everything, didn't we? Research, most likely degrees and certs. Yeah, and then start a blog. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to do the college route, you don't want to do the certification route, you can become known an industry known person if you start posting information, blogging, vlogging, YouTube, social media, start talking about things. You can also build a name and a reputation in your area of expertise or your area of interest that way. You know what I'm saying? I've
uh,
I've, I've seen a lot of people do it that way. Um, they may have college degrees and certs too, but you could also just be one of those. What's the word? Starts with a P. I forget. Uh, Prodigies. You could be one of those
okay.
prodigies that don't
Right.
have college, don't have certification, but you have so much knowledge, and people just respect you because of the information you put out online, and you build up a reputation and name
Right.
for yourself, and they reach out to you because you're just so smart, right? And there's a lot of
I
people out there
just,
like
I
that.
just, I don't like this. Don't be too smart that you ain't did nothing, dog. That's one thing I'm always say.
Right.
Don't be so smart that you haven't done anything. I don't, a lot of people out there telling them people how to make money who ain't made the money, who how to build a website and build the website. can goddamn get you an app store and they'll be in the app store. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about?
That's true.
They get you $100,000, but they ain't got $100,000. They selling you a house, they live in an apartment. They rent you a car, but they catching the bus. Y'all get what I'm telling y'all?
No, that's facts.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's facts. I guess so. This is the point now. I guess we could talk about ourselves a little bit. What I did, right? And I started at a different time, almost a whole generation ago, I guess.
Different time. Shut up.
15. I got my start in
It does sound that way.
2008.
So, hold on, bro. Before you go into it, I got what kind of time was it when they were telling us that when they was 36, time was something like in my day? How much different was it?
I don't know. Nowadays, things change a lot quickly.
Facts.
15 years ago, we had Blackberries and flip phones.
Yeah.
We didn't have the internet on the phone like
I
talking about.
remember. I remember when Apple came out with the internet, and my boy came out of the gym and was like, "Bro, we can watch the highlights right here on the phone." And I was and then like a couple months later, they was giving out free internet, right? And I was like, "Oh, that's dead." And they said they were giving out free data. Bro, no. When they said it was giving out free data, I was like, "Yeah, that's done. That's finito. That shit happened maybe 3 months, and that shit was nope. You're capped at this much speed." Because I knew. There's no way. It's too much infrastructure for getting out people. So that was the time I knew, but it was just like back then. Nigga, free internet. What?
I mean, shit. It's not free. I mean, it's not free now. You got to pay for it on your home, on your mobile.
Right.
I mean, we still trying to hopefully free internet is something that we can get to in the future. And then we look back.
Like
remember the times you had to pay for internet?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like with everybody got unlimited plans now, right? Well, back in the day, you had to pay for minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's free after 9. Like the world's changed quick. So in 2008, I got a degree at ACPI, got associates in networking, security. I got my security plus, network plus. So I started with a degree
at school.
Yeah, at school.
You whack, bro.
I got both of them before I graduated.
You whack. Wanna know why you whack?
Why?
I told you. That teacher told me 1,000 times, get your motherfucking search while you in the building.
Yeah.
And I was not trying to hear dog.
I did it. I almost got a third one before I graduated. What was the third one? Let me look on my wall here. Who's calling me? Oh. I don't know. Yeah, it is money. But basically, I got the certs. I got 2 certs, and I got a degree.
All right.
And then I got, the school helps you, right? Because the school has a reputation. They want to be able to say, oh, all our graduates get this job, yada, yada. So I went through the school counselor, whatever, helped me get a job. Boom. Got in the help desk. And this was 15 years ago. IT help desk. NMCI, the Navy, on a base. First contracting job. But let me tell you this, though. It was paying ass. All right?
What was it?
Ass. Like, probably not like what happens today. I don't know. If you're in help desk and you just got in, tell me what the starting pay is or whatever. But in 2008, I got on an IT help desk for government, for the Navy. And my particular company at the time, contracting company, I was getting paid $10 an hour.
Oh, no.
That's ass, right? But,
right.
Hey, I'm good now. But look, I broke in, right? I bit the bullet. I did that for a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, $10 an hour. And then, boom, it went up to 18, right? Like, out the gate. I went to switch the companies. Boom, boom,
that's different.
Yeah. So, and again, I feel like I'm talking about old shit. But this was back then, right? So I just, everybody was like, oh, you should be making money. Why are you only making $10 an hour? Mind you, I left a construction job. I was doing like construction, and I was doing $12 an hour. So I took a little $2 pay cut to do that because I knew, you know what I'm saying? I was
I know put these boots on again.
Facts. I'm now hustling in these buildings, sweating every day, standing in the sun beating me down. I got in an office building. It had air conditioning. It was a little cold at times. I had to dress nicer, sitting at a desk, and I've been doing that shit for 15 years. But from $10 an hour, $10 an hour to now, I ain't gonna talk about what I make, but I'm decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm way more than back then. So, and I say that to say, when you break in or when you get your education, you get your certs, and you're trying to look for something, you may have to take something that doesn't pay a lot right away. But if you stick the path, you're gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? But again, I've seen people out the gate entry level starting 80, 85, 75. So the game might be different
after school. How long? When did you go to school? You went to school from 05 to 08 then, huh?
No, 06, 07, 08. Pretty yeah.
Okay, 2.5 years. Okay, yeah. So then you graduated 05, right? Oh, 03.
From high school?
Yeah.
Or high school I was 02.
02. So you was out of school for a minute, and then you was like,
Five,
yeah, I'm not
6
doing
years.
this. I'm not
Yeah.
doing this. Okay. Oh, so you all older than me. So that's my story too, bro. Like I think I said it before, my sister. I wanted these to be out for the assessment off jump out of high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I passed. They was like, yeah. But my sister was like, try TCC because it's a little cheaper. And I was just like, okay. That shit was trash. That shit was just the high school I just left. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just the high school I just left. I was like, that's whack. And then so my mom was like, all right, try the Navy. You might like that. And I was like, okay, let's try that. Ass. Got out of there as fast as I could. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And guess where I ended up back at? ECPI.
Facts.
And so, like you said, ECPI, they do help you. This is not an ad for ECPI, but if y'all want to sponsor a YouTube, for sure, I am a candidate of your commercial, the best decision I've ever made.
Let's
you know
go.
what I mean?
Let's go.
No, for sure. Because before I was in school, I was at the Wendy's, I was at the Tropical Smoothie, I was at the fruit. Who the fruit people? The edible arrangements.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You was at a Chinese spot too, right? Were you delivery for Chinese?
I was delivering Chinese food. You know what I mean? But like, and so ECPI helping people, right? So after they had a little job fair or whatever, so you went to a counselor, right? And talked.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a job fair, and I was just being extremely particular. I've always been super particular. And I was like, man, my degree was only going to be my backup. To what, nigga? I don't know.
Your degree's a backup. Goddamn.
Degree was the back. I only got it because I was the first man in my family to get it.
What degree was it?
Computer science.
Okay.
The bachelor's.
Database admin or just the basic?
Computer programming. CIS is what we call it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so my sister got her master's degree, and I was like, all right, well, she got her shit. I'm going to go ahead and get mine. But like I said, no other men in my family on my mom's side had a degree. I'm clearly still the only one, matter of fact. You know what I mean? And so that was a big thing, but I was like, man, if I get a job, I was just being ignorant to the fact of what was going to happen, what was going on. So long story short, Liberty Tax, they was in there. They the only company I talked to. They're the only company I talked to about getting a job at the job fair. And it's a lot of people, ECBI got people and they recruit all the time.
Right.
I fill it out, I did. I ain't talk to nobody else. 2-3 weeks go back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for no reason too. 2-3 weeks go back, and I'm like, damn, they ain't hit me back. Whatever. So I called. Was like, damn, I filled out an application at the job fair. What's up? And they was like, bro, we tried to call you a couple weeks ago. You gave us the wrong number. Come on down here for the interview. And I was just like, oh, word? Yeah, let me get that. So I had a job at the time. I was making like you said, I was doing help desk, but it was just I was signing people in the goddamn what was it? The homelessness. They had like a homelessness epidemic, so they had chronic homelessness. So I was just at the front signing people in there, whatever, right? This is why I was going to school, and so make 12 hours, and I was going to school from 7 in the morning. I'm catching the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to school, get out of school at 1 to go to work from 3 to goddamn midnight. And I'm doing that 9-10 months straight. Ain't got no car, you know what I mean? So.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Bus.
Struggle bus ain't the word. You ever been at the bus stop with a book bag and a trench coat in the rain?
Yes. I used to take the bus to work all the time. I worked at Hardee's taking a fucking bus. But yeah, you see, it's a long time coming. Yeah,
so basically they got them. I go in there, I get to help this job, so I'm doing both jobs or whatever, and then they got the the applications for positions that's internal positions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so database administrator Jamie come up, junior Jamie, and they were looking for like 3 years experience, looking for I had a degree bit. Degree. I knew I had me a degree, ho. They was asking for shit. I didn't know what it was. SQL and shit, and I was like, all right, whatever. And so I applied. But I didn't apply right away. The shit was open on my desk like 2 weeks. Mind you, I'm only in a temp position.
Right.
I'm only there for a short period of time, tax season. So I had that resume application on my job on my desktop for a week, 2 weeks maybe. Ended up putting my shit in. She was like, it was a little Asian lady. I appreciate her because she changed nigga life. For sure.
That's dope.
For sure, for sure. She
I
don't
gotta
even know
start
what
like that.
time.
Yeah.
So she was like, if two other dudes probably Caucasians, they were probably better at the job, but I was probably more personable, had a better soft skill. Soft
Dope.
skills important, people.
It is true. You gotta be
Yeah.
likable,
So
bro. Be likable.
I had a better soft skill, and she picked me, and I was there for 4.5 years, and that shit
Dope.
was. I went from 12 an hour to like 45 grand, bro,
That's dope. That's your first
overnight,
year?
and it
Your
was
first year?
my
How many years?
first, no, my first entry to that job was like that's how I started my starter pay.
Oh, that's dope. So, okay, no, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
It took me like maybe 3.5 years to reach like 50. But that's still
Yeah,
fast.
that's
That's fast for
but
back then.
it was overnight, dog. Like from making 12 an hour to having a $600, $500 check every 2 weeks to a motherfucking $1,300 check every
Yeah,
two
no,
weeks. It was like, hey.
no, that I remember that, and I ain't looked back since. So, but like I said, nowadays people are starting.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the inflation, right? The money
Possibly.
inflation or whatever. But again, I've seen the resumes, I've seen the offer letters. People starting out the gate
Facts.
75, 80, 85 in tech, in
Mm-hmm.
cybersecurity specifically. I can't talk to no other type of industry, but cybersecurity 80, 85, and it's because again, it's a growing industry. People are getting hacked every fucking day. Corporations need
Every day,
protection.
B.
Governments need protection. And almost you could thank the hackers, thank the black hats hackers, because without them, these jobs wouldn't be paying so much. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
it's
The
like,
better they are, the more you're needed.
yeah, for real. So shout out to the black hats. We
They gonna
appreciate you.
fire you, Frank.
I was playing. It's a joke. It's all jokes here. Don't take it serious. They keep me employed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So
Eric
tech.
Stowe, what up?
Huh?
With Eric Snowden? Yeah.
Right, all of them. Edward Snowden. It's all good. So tech isn't going anywhere. It's a growing field. You know what I'm saying? If you want to reach out to us, shout out to us, reach out to us, comment, ask us questions. Um, we can talk about what we know, our experiences, and then point you in certain directions if you're looking for whatever. But again, industry's changing. AI is changing things. Web 3 is changing. This industry, everything is changing, and you can either
At
get
warp
left
speed.
behind. Yeah, you can either get left
You're gonna
behind.
get left. No, no, no. You're going to get left behind if you don't get on board now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get get left behind if we don't continue to grow and continue to sharpen and continue to study and continue to innovate. You know what I mean? Like that's what's gonna happen. That's the name of the game. Don't be the man on the horse
Mm-hmm.
watching the car drive by. I ain't getting in that contraption. I ain't getting in there.
Bro,
All right, well, stay right there.
bye.
He never seen nothing else. You know what I mean? So, like, I would say, like, pick, like we talked about with Dawn, right? She doing vending machines to a whole nother level.
Facts.
Pick a lane, and exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
Pick
That's
a
an
lane
example
and
of
take the,
a newer, well, not an invention that's using software, right? It's a vending
right.
machine. Okay, vending
Mm-hmm.
machine's been around. They started off mechanical. Now they're going digital. Boom. Combine, new old inventions with software and coding and stuff like that. So there's so many avenues. But again, we say all this to say that's how you get into tech. You gotta be interested. You gotta learn about the industry. If you just do it for money, you may not be happy. But again, I don't know. Happiness depends on the person. You probably don't care about happiness. You just want to be able to pay bills and put food on the table. I get that's a lot of people are like that. That's the only thing. Get into tech if that's your issue, if that's your goal. You don't care what you do. You just want to get money. I mean, tech might be it for you. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be diligent in your studies. Learn some shit. You may end up liking it.
All right, here go one. Hold on, Frank. Here go one for you. Here go a question for you. How many people you hear complain about getting into tech?
I don't really hear. I mean, older people might. You know what I'm saying?
Getting into it? No, they're complaining about having to.
Using it. Yeah.
That's already, yeah, who's already in it. How many people you complaining about being in it who's already in it?
Not a lot.
And if they're complaining because they about to solve a problem.
Right. or they, it's all personal. Like they don't like their coworker or something stupid. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
ain't
But
never the job. It ain't never the ability to do what they do. It ain't never
yeah,
the resources they get access to. But it might be the access to the resources because like, oh, I want some better software, and y'all tripping.
right.
You know
And
what I
they're
mean?
using outdated stuff. Like government is slow when it comes to upgrading operating systems. Like for a while, we were on XP to like the middle of 2012, still using
Right.
XP. I forget what we're on now, probably like Windows 9 or 10 or something. But yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be those type of issues.
And that should encourage you. That should
Yeah.
encourage you to even if you're picking up tech late, right? Or if you or so, there's still a whole heap of people out there who ain't on the cusp of the newest, the latest, and the greatest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they need somebody to say, "Hey, I'm just using this still. Can you still use this? Use this still."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we both can grow together to some other stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
Canva is one too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I heard her story. She got told no 100,000 times, right? 100 times, because they was like, bro, ain't nobody gonna use no one software to fucking make pictures. And bitch, it's $1 billion company for free. Just because she was like, yeah, I think so. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But there's still people out there who won't even use Canva. They just want to use Microsoft Paint,
Oh
right,
my
for
god.
whatever they're doing, right? So,
Yo, picture it. There's this thing. Remember Picture It? There's this app
yeah.
called Microsoft Picture It. It's from
Uh,
fucking 90s, early 2000s. Still using Picture It. It was like Picture It 2002. I don't know, but you change with the times. You adjust. Get into tech again. It's not going anywhere. Um, and I think what else we got? You got anything else? Did we cover everything?
um,
Does anybody have any questions out there? If you're watching, type of question or something.
my thing is just like, oh no, I just keep telling people though, like, don't be scared. Don't again. That's why I made my curriculum. Matter of fact, here you go. That's why I made the curriculum. Now I've used that tech, right? Uh, I made a curriculum for the youth, but or people who want to use it, who want to get comfortable with technology.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get comfortable with know what kind of technologies are out there, getting comfortable with just seeing different type of industries, getting comfortable with just knowing that how these industries interact with each other. The waste management is going to be a big one. Farming is going to be a big one.
Yeah, true.
Um, bro, like I said, healthcare is gonna be major. Daycare is gonna be major, right? Now I can just have my robot. I can have a robot watch the babies. Dang it, but the robot goddamn feeding my baby something crazy, or shaking my baby all up, or touching my baby inappropriately. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? That shit. But that's real shit though.
Unless somebody programmed to do that. I hope not.
But and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother. But that's still more IT shit, right? Here you
Yeah.
go, the mailman.
Mm-hmm.
The mailman, they don't need nobody to walk up and down the blocks no more. Why? Because they just drive the trucks up and down the blocks now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's,
They sort the shit out. The fucking AI can read the mail.
mm-hmm.
The AI can eject that shit into your mailbox, close your mailbox on, and carry his mosey ass down the street.
True.
That's only a matter of time. That's only a matter of
Truck
time.
drivers, truck driving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Only a matter of time.
yeah, we definitely got to project, look into the future, see what's being replaced, and it's a lot of physical
Think
labor
about
jobs. It seems like.
DoorDash. DoorDash about to get replaced, right? Because now the elderly lady needs some fucking food every day at 3, 9, and whenever the food comes, I don't need DoorDash to bring it. I
Yeah.
done pre the whip can bring it to the door, and it might even have a little nigga pop out and drive to the motherfucking.
A little
Am I lying,
robot.
Frank?
Nah, a little
Am
robot
I
jump
lying?
out. Yeah, deliver that
And he gonna
shit.
get his ass back in the whip
Get the
and
next order.
mosey on.
Get the next order.
Amazon got the drones. Gonna drop the shit off at you. Here you go. Hold on. I ain't even gonna drop it up at your door. Where I'm gonna take it to you at? Where are you at? Where you at?
Right.
I'm at the park. I need diapers. Yeah?
Have a drone come fly that
Am I,
shit to you.
am I tripping?
Nope. Nope. We probably less than
I'm
5 years
on the
away
mountain
from this.
somewhere. I'm on the mountain. I need some rescue supplies. Hey, what's up? And I don't need a whole bunch of rescue team. And matter of fact, the drone's so precise, he don't need nobody. He know what a hiker at. He know what to give him. He may be strong enough to get his ass out of there.
Right. Yeah.
If not 1-3. Yeah?
Yeah.
Only a matter of time frame.
I say within 5 years, if not 5 to 10 years, easy. Maybe less than that. So instead of getting replaced, start being, look towards being these people that develop these technologies, coding these bitches, creating them, inventing them, whatever the case have you. create a company. You might get bought out. You become an instant millionaire for creating some new technology. And then somebody buy you, Amazon buy you out, whoever, Apple, whoever. That's what they do. They absorb these new technologies. They rather than compete with you. If you got something dope, they rather buy your ass out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and then
take
your shit.
It's not even take your shit. It's just like, hey, I got a better use for that than you. Thank you for creating it for me. I appreciate it.
Here's $1 billion.
You know what I mean? Here's $1 billion. Go live your life. Let me go make my 100 billion.
Right. Facebook bought Instagram, right? For something like that.
Yep, $1 billion.
It was just an app for
McDonald's
pictures.
And Rick Crockett them.
Yeah. It was just an app for pictures. You know what I'm saying? Boom. App for square pictures. Here's this app, just post your pictures. Boom, boom. Facebook bought it, $1 billion.
Here was I watched a show called My First Million, Sean and the other dude. Mm-hmm. Both of them started newsletters and sold a fucking email list for 100 million or something crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
that's dope.
HubSpot. All it is was an email list, right? Or a newsletter list, right? Like on a particular niche, selling copy. They selling intellectual property, low key. Like that's all it is, and everybody got it.
Right.
Everybody has it. Everybody has a perspective that nobody else has. Everybody has a journey that has listened to a problem. Is you gonna solve this problem for somebody else? Because I say this a lot, Frank. 9 times out of 10, your blessings ain't for you.
True.
Right? The gifts that you got ain't for you all the time. Because what you gonna do with them besides make yourself feel good that you can do these things, right? Besides, or you can go provide a service to somebody, help somebody else out, share this with somebody else, go give it to somebody else. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm about, Frank. Goddamn, that's tech though.
That is tech.
They could have kept the tech to themselves. They kept most of it. They keep most of it to themselves. They give us a little bit, and I appreciate a little bit they give us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's dope. If you got an app idea, shout out. I'm gonna do a plug real quick for Gary Alford. He does mobile apps.
Yeah. I just sent somebody his way this morning.
Yeah. So you got an app idea, boom. Team up with him. He does mobile apps. He does iPhone and iOS, right? He does both.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm trying to find it. We're gonna put his link in the joint because Gary-Alfred.netfly.app. Yeah.
We got to get him on. I reached out to him to come do an episode with us. He's gonna talk to us, talk about his mobile app stuff. But yeah, I think we covered it. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Smart. He was episode 65 last week.
Yeah.
He dropped some gems. We had a great time. We definitely got more guests coming through. We might start doing these more, like with just us talking about stuff. As far as guests, maybe we'll do it on a Wednesday.
Can we title this make 100,000 tech? Because that's the only goddamn I want to attractive salacious. Now we gotta make it salacious. Make 300,000 in tech tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's get this. Yo, share this, like, share, subscribe. Please do all the things. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with us.
We about to be more intentional about videos that can help others and help us make more money. Right? How are we gonna make some money? How are we gonna grow? How are we gonna advance together? Come grow with us. We're gonna grow, so come grow with us. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's real. That's definitely
real. Join the love train.
We try and get this money. I'm done. We try and get this money. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Check us out Wednesday, every Friday, rumble.com, conspiracy show. We just dropped one. Actually, don't even worry about that. I gotta fix some things with it. But check out the Rumble show. rumble.com/figuring.
This is figuring shit out still. Don't forget that. Oh, Unify and Thrive. Oh yeah. To the day we die. Unify and Thrive.
All right. Peace out, y'all. Thank you.